Barrister Fru, he says we so dependent. I don't know, Barrister Mbesia was not categorical if we should still rely so much on Resolution 1608, but I think his account, his historical account and analysis was tremendously impeccable. Now, Barrister Fru, why do you think, from your own point of view, that Tibo Nagy will rubbish resolution UN General Assembly Resolution 1608 with such a statement that it is not, it is a fake God? By implication, he's saying that it has no political symbolism. He is also saying, because he's what? He said it is a fake God, which means we are depending that it could deliver us, but it is not possible. He is undermining the cross section of Amazonian. There are those who believe that this could serve us legally. So, what could be his objective? We are doing speculations here, and it is
Yes.
necessary because this can help us to conceive strategy. Go ahead, please.
Tibo Nagy is a diplomat, and he has been struggling for the last 2-3 years to ram down the issue of referendum on us. With his objective is to tell us that whatever we do, we should know that we are part and parcel of La République du Cameroon. Because it's only in a country that a referendum is organized to solve a particular problem in that country demanded by a part of the country or by the very management of the country or anything, or changing the political landscape of the country, given what is written in their constitution. The conditions for a referendum are all in each country's constitution. A referendum is to solve a problem in a particular country. And if you are not part of that country, that referendum cannot be applicable to you. They cannot force you into a referendum when you are not part of that country. Tibo Nagy has finally landed by telling us directly that we are part and parcel of La République du Cameroon, and we cannot use, and he has, in doing that, he has trashed Resolution 1608. He forgets to know that Resolution 1608 were voted by the UK, the United States, the Russians, and the Chinese, and I can only remember countries like Brazil that boycotted it. Having said that, Resolution 1608, the only argument that La République du Cameroon has against it is that they did not vote for it, they didn't want it. For that reason, La République du Cameroon therefore has no interest in the southern Cameroon. Why were they suing northern Cameroon if they are not interested in Resolution 1608? It just means that Tibo Nagy is also informing us that La République du Cameroon barely conquered us as a part of their country as it was then during the Germans. So they came back and conquered us. That's why La République du Cameroon moved troops into the southern Cameroon on the 30th of September. Because to them, Resolution 1608 does not exist. And Tibo Nagy is now siding with them. Which means that we are part and parcel of La République du Cameroon. Therefore, we have to be submitted, we have to submit ourselves to a referendum. You mentioned something about Southern Sudan. You mentioned about the country in Morocco. what do they call it?
No, I thought
Polisario.
East Timor. No, I said East Timor.
East Timor. East Timor did not have a referendum. The two countries, the country that had a referendum before they voted for their independence was South Sudan. The Parisarians had a referendum. It's more than 30 years. Morocco has blocked it until today. So what we have no choice but to rely on Resolution 1608 that pretended to decolonize us, which effectively they did not complete the job of decolonization of the southern Cameroon, British southern Cameroon, the southern part of it, British southern Cameroon. What Tibo Nagy is saying is that you were never decolonized. You were not even supposed to be decolonized because you were part of La République du Cameroon. Therefore, Resolution 1608 is a farce. You cannot rely on it because it does not give you any credence. That's what he's saying. That's his objective. And he has successfully put this disorder in the struggle by the presentation that you just did your research and found out that Resolution 1608 UN resolutions are not really legally binding. They are binding to a certain extent when it concerns events that are supposed to take place. For example, Barrister Mbesa has just explained the reason why Resolution 1608 was even voted. And in voting it, they violated several of the agreement of 1946, the trust agreement of 1946. The British signed that agreement. Was the UN part of the signatory to that agreement? I don't think so. But they went with what the British did. The British violated their own law by dividing the Cameroons into two, Northern Cameroon, Southern Cameroon. And I don't know whether the violation of that trust agreement of 1946 is even important for our case. But the point I'm making is,
I want to come back to you again before I get to Barrister Mbesa, because there's something critical there that I want Barrister Mbesa to talk about. Now, I'm trying to bring this calculation in it. We believe that in fighting diverse ways, using the arms, which is something Barrister Mbesa has said, the different ways to fight, to strategize.
yeah.
We think that taking legal action is important. But such a statement is telling us that we don't need to count on that for legal actions,
No,
which is in contradiction of no. That's what he thinks. I'm not in agreement with him. I just want you to educate our people on that, because Barrister Mbesa has really thought about it. Barrister Mbesa says that Cameroon took Britain to court because of what they did based on the plebiscite. Now, can we still invoke this resolution in a legal
yes,
argument?
yes.
That is what
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because this resolution, it has been taken directly from the Charter 76, 76, 77, and I think 78 of the UN Charter, and 102 of the Charter, articles 76, 77, 78, and 102 of the Charter. And that is international law. That is international law. This resolution, anybody who thinks that a resolution of decolonization of the southern Cameroons or even La République du Cameroon is not binding, it should go to the international court and make that submission and see how the international court will react to it.
and permit us to come and defend ourselves.
and permit us to defend ourselves. The question I'm asking, the question I'm asking today is, if we trash Resolution 1608, where does that leave the former the Southern Cameroon, the British Southern Cameroon? Means we were not decolonized. We were barely captured by La Republic of Cameroon, because
Which
there's
now
evidence that they moved.
it now agrees with the fact that we are saying that we are a captured people, we are an next people, we
That's
are
what
suffering
Tibo
from a
Nagy, that is Tibo Nagy's submission, that we were captured by La Republic of Cameroon. Now we are part of La Republic of Cameroon, and we have to go for a referendum because we are part of that country.
if I
Sudan,
listen
South
to
Sudan, South Sudan
Let's
is
let
shut
us
up.
make
part of Sudan.
Barrister Pro, let's make progress. If I listen to
Yes.
Fongoji, it would appear that even though Bob Harmony believes that the relationship after 1961 between the two Cameroons was experimental and that it failed very badly. But if you listen to Fongoji in 1994 when he was speaking, I think we played that 2 weeks ago or here on TV. If you listen to Fongoji Dinga, there's some agreement that there was a quasi relationship that was internationally recognized between the two Cameroons. Because even in law, with lawyers, you know that not every agreement is signed. So when start it becomes strong. But now, Fongoji centers on Bia's blunder as a point, as a legitimate act of our quest. Now I'm asking you, Barrister Mbesi, you have listened to your colleague here. Is
Before you go there, before you go there, let me tell you that if you read paragraph 5 of the of Resolution 1608, is lifted from Article 102 of the Charter of the United Nations. Are you telling me? Are you telling me and telling Ambazonians that Article 102 of the Charter is not applicable, and that we can now do an arrangement, an oral arrangement, and have a relationship with La Republic of Cameroon?
I don't think so. That's why I said if we bring a document, it becomes stronger.